YouTube, you know who it is. Your boy Chuggers here, coming up for another Axie Infinity video. Alright, so first things first is going over breeding today. So what I want you to do, I want you to type in Axie Breed Simulator. That will show up a result of at least 3 simulators out there. Now, I haven't used Chiliax, mainly because you need to put in your Ronin address. Now, your Ronin address is obviously linked to your wallets. It is a side chain, and that obviously shows where your wrapped Ethereum is and all your Axies and stuff like that. So, back on topic, you have your 2 breeding simulators. You've got Axie Zone and Freakitties. They both look like this. That is Freakitties, and this is Axie Zone. The thing about Axie Zone, this simulator, it does not let you use Dawn, Mech, or Dusk type Axies when putting in the IDs. Sometimes it seems to load, but most of the time, from what I've seen, it hasn't. And then with this Freakitties, it does allow you to use the Mechs, Dusk, and Dawn. So essentially, it's very easy. I want you to go to market, and I want you to just essentially, I'm just going to pick any Axie. I'm going to click this first guy. I'm going to take his Axie identification number. I'm going to copy. I'm going to paste in. Now, as you can see, I did grab a Dusk type Axie, and I put it in Axie Zone. Now, it did read it for me, which is cool. I'm going to grab another one and see if it reads that as well. So you just grab the Axie that's next to it. I'm going to take its ID number, obviously without the hashtag, guys, and I'm going to put it in as well. Now, after that, you have your both Axies 1 and 2, and then you just click breed. And now it comes up, and you can click it as many times as you want. So if I click it 5 times, it gives me 5 possible outcomes based on their genetics, card type, etc., what they're going to get. Now, if I go back into that Axie, with that freak extension, I can see the D, R1, R2, right? So we've got our dominant recessive 1 and 2 genes. So I can see what roughly it's going to be anyway, and I can kind of mismatch that as is to try and figure out what I'm going to get without using this calculator. But if you want it to be easy for you, this kind of simulates multiple different variances. So you can see the first 2 that were average typed Axies, 2 decent and 1 excellent type Axie. Now, these scores, excellent being the best, decent is below good, so it's kind of midway with average, and then there's inferior and moderate or whatever underneath that. And by doing this, it shows you that this Axie is most likely going to perform better in the arena, and it's going to probably sell better as well in terms for breeding. So this is based on what kind of cards are in the meta at the moment and what people are using the most, and that's how this simulator works. Axie Zone is a great resource hub for Axie Infinity. It has pretty much everything you need to know on it, and lucky for us, it did work for us this time, using these Dusk type Axies. So attention, the recently discovered gene mutations are not included in this calculation, right? But sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't even load it for me, so it's very hit and miss. This seemed to do it quite fine. No issues there. But if I also then go over to Axieties, I can do the same thing. I can put in my first Axie, and then I can grab my second Axie again and put them in just like that and click calculate. Now with this one, I can't click it multiple times and get multiple different outcomes like I can here quite easily. This one is a bit more slow and steady with the percentage chances. So it shows me my parts: eyes, ears, mouth, horn, back, tail, and it shows me what percentages that I can get these cards in, which is cool. It also shows me what pattern I could potentially get and what color. Now, like I said, even with this one, it is a bit glitchy on the old dust type as well. Dust Mech Dawn type Axies. But if you want the in-depth view, I suggest going to Axieverse. And then if you want that kind of multiple ability to search multiple breed counts and types, if I do it 10 times here, I can look and see, I've got... There you go. So I just got 3 good ones, a decent, and another average. So out of 10 times, I'm averaging 3 average, 3 good, 3 decent, and 1 excellent. So the likelihood, of me getting an excellent Axie from breeding these 2 Axies is, 1 from 10 based on me clicking these. Now, if I click it another 2 more times, maybe it'll be 2 more excellent. I'm not sure. We can test though by, again, clicking 2 more times. That was once, that's 2. So 2 that I got were moderate and average. So it brought the, the percentage down there for getting a excellent Axie. And it made it worse actually by adding a moderate into it. But again, that 1 in 10 is probably where it's going to be at. If I keep clicking it, I'm yet to, there you go. So there's my other Axie. So that's like 2 in 17 at the moment. So yeah, guys, it kind of shows you the better cards and obviously probably the better health as well, and or speed. Now this is done through all different breeds, right? So I can click literally anything in the marketplace. So if I specifically want something, I can click plant. I can put my parts in that I want. So if I want a part with Sirius, which is going to be my steal of energy, this card here, steal 1 energy from your opponent. If I really want that card, I can just put that straight into the parts list. I can then search that Axie. I can click this Axie that I want, take his little thing, and I want to put him in, knowing that I'm going to get a Sirius, which is that part combination. So I'm going to put it with that guy that we had before. I'm going to breed. I can clear all, by the way. I can breed, and I'm going to do it 5 times again and see whether that Sirius part is going to kind of up the chances of my Axies in terms of excellent and whatnot. Now, you can see straight away there's an inferior one. So it's kind of saying, oh, good, decent, average, decent. So far, no excellence. If I click it another 5 times, I have not yet gotten an excellent Axie. So, I've got 3 goods, which is probably the best that I'm going to get at this point. They might not show that there is going to be an excellent one for me to get. So that's 15 times, and there is no excellent Axie. Now, that isn't the be all and end all. If it's not excellent, it doesn't, it's not going to affect you too badly. If you synergize well with other Axies, then that's all that matters, right? The meta is usually right, but then sometimes, people break that mold and they create new metas from different cards and different styles and different updates, right? So these things always change. So what might be good now might be inferior in a few patches time if they end up changing things or something like that. But right now, it's a good way to check what things are what cards are good, what cards are bad, what Axies are good, what Axies are bad. Now, this is just for breeding. You can also use this simulator in Axie Zone to determine whether these cards are average, decent, excellent, etc. as well. And you can just type that in, but I'll show you that in a different video. For now, this is Axie breeding simulators. Again, Axieverse is more personal, one-time click potential characteristics that you can get. If I do click it again, it kind of stalls out on me every time that I've done it. It hasn't really loaded for me. So I do like Axie Zone that little bit better. But I like to cross-reference it, guys. I like to put these 2 in. I like to then go to this and put these 2 in and see if it's what similar or what one gets the most kind of hits. If this was the guy that was coming up most with this build, then I go and check and see whether that's what I'm going to get from this one. So I do like using them both. They're both cool. They're both fun. They're both helpful. Like I said, Axie Breed Simulator, type it into Google, and that is what will show up. Okay. So That's it from me today, guys. That's a quick rundown on how to use this Axie Breed Simulator. Just grabbing that number, any number of any Axie that you want, and putting it in. Now, one more thing, if the Axie does not have a number here and there's a name, you can just go to the number above it, right? There's always that little hashtag number there, even if it is not called Axie number 1998561. It might be called, you know, I'm the king. I don't know. It could be anything. So, guys, that is it from me. Have a good day. Stay safe. Chuggers signing off. Please like, subscribe if you would like to. No pressure. I'm just enjoying making these videos for you guys and clicking around like a crazy man. I'm out. Take it easy. Look after each other. Love each other.